So, you know.
Right.
Hello, guys. We're going live. This is Level MTA, and Trainman is hosting this here. As we see here, this is the latest. We have another derailment that occurred today. As you heard that right, yes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Level MTA, Sully speaking, and right here we have Trainman.
And so basically, this around lunchtime. We didn't expect that to happen, but we understand that the bend over there, usually the train goes fairly quick when it goes up to that bend. But when it comes back down to Coney Island,
Yes.
it tends to be a bit more slow. But today, this afternoon, the train derailed, and as you can see, the whole crane is now lifting the train. So as I predicted, so every time when there's a railway incident, my idea or my experience, I've always been saying, okay, well they're going to use a crane. I think my bet is correct on this one.
Yeah. So according to what we heard, it said there was a possible track issue that occurred somewhere around Neptune Avenue, around that area. But they're still trying to currently investigate what's the actual issue, not just the track issue. They're still under investigation. And as you see here, this is the R160 model that derailed, and the unit that derailed off the track, so it was a 9339. And it's linked to 9340, and the other, it's unknown what other units are right there, but it can be seen more exposed when you get down to the bottom of the platform.
Yeah, so you might want to go around a little bit that way because the wind is blowing towards you.
Yeah.
But obviously, go that way a little bit. The one that we see, no, that's the 8th car, 7, 6, 5, 4. So it looks like the third and the second.
It's actually it might be.
Might be the third, and it looks like the third and the second that went out on there.
Yeah, because it was 9339 that slightly derailed off the track that occurred around 12:30 p.m. earlier today.
Yeah.
And was actually very odd that this is the second derailment of the year. And because the incident occurred at 96th Street, and now there's one on the F today. This is a very bad year starting for the MTA. As we can see here, this is the second derailment of the year on the F train.
I understand the wind is blowing us a little bit, so we might have to stand back a little bit more.
Yeah.
But having said that, though, my prediction, as I said, they're using the of course the yellow string and cable to try to. What they will do now is try to lift the train, back up to basically where the track is, and then perhaps lightly drop it back on there with some sort of correctional tool. I think Lego, we all play model trains, or we've seen real trains before, how they reposition the tracks. That's a different theory where they have a specific tool they can put the train back onto the track even though it's off the track, but it's a little bit before then. They have to use the crane first. And when can we expect services to go back to normal?
Well, according to the officials, they said that the service will be restored hopefully by Thursday morning on the F line. The F trains will resume service starting from going to Coney Island and then back up to all the way Jamaica 179th Street. So now they're short-turning the F trains at Kings Highway, and there's possibilities of F trains being routed either West End, Sea Beach, or on Brighton. But it looks like there are short-turning F trains at different stations that will put the F service back on more active areas. Pretty much.
Well, the service won't be returned until after peak hour tomorrow. So anyone that's living around the Coney Island area, which is around here, they're all going to have a lot of headache going to work tomorrow.
And from what we heard, there was 37 people on the train, and then none of them were injured, thank God, pretty much. And as well as they had to get a rescue train to get the people off the train that derailed, of course. And they're still investigating the issue of what could possibly happen, since they said it was a track issue. They might have to do more track maintenance and not with that, because the incident occurred on the one train was a human eye error according to them. There's a number of things I keep hearing, but it said it was a human eye error. But this time they're trying to figure out what track issue caused the derailment, if that's so the case.
That's right. So I think quite a few viewers are watching. If they have questions, they can always ask us now. But having said that, though, this is the current status. This will be a very long overnight process for the MTA to try to make sure the train goes back to the goes back to on the straight and narrow, so to say. And on the other hand, though, as we said, commuters going to be affected. So how is the service status at the moment? How far does the F train goes right now based on the current situation?
Well, the short turning F trains at Avenue X, Kings Highway, Church Avenue, where the G terminates. So it's going to be a little delay for the G train because the G is cross town. It's going to be it's going to be more delayed by the F train and possibly some other trains that are along the line, not just the G.
And I think that train has to be towed because I believe that there's no way the couplers are not damaged.
Well,
there's no way the bogies not damaged. So they may have to tow it back with the work train.
Here's the thing: if it's the third car, if it's the third car from what we see here, it's probably a 9337 because there's 5 cars and numbers are different here.
Yeah.
So if it's a 9339, I got derailed, then 9340. Then we couldn't tell what units are derailed here. We're trying to figure out still.
We have to use a camera to try to go closer, but this is as close as we can get from the viewpoint. Having said that, though, if we, upon inspection, as we said, we saw quite a few workmen are now trying to work and direct it. In fact, just before we went live, you saw the cable itself let's wait for the train to go before I say anything further.
Yeah.
So back to the main topic was what I was about to say was that before the cable actually straightened up, the yellow cable straightened up, it was actually a little bit loose, remember? Remember just before it started? It
was a little loose.
That's right. So we can confirm on here at around 5:30, just before this thing goes live, just before 5:30, they are pulling out the cable and trying to straighten up the car itself. Now, as to the damage, we await to media reports tomorrow. So before we finish, we will try, me and Lego MCA, because down there is a street, so I think that we can actually go closer to see the numbers of the train, what number that train is. I think we can definitely do that, given that we've got good cameras. We do want to do a very quick recap before we finish it off. What is the main point? What are the main takeaways?
We can see here that it's that the F train R160 has derailed today, and 37 people on that train. The incident occurred at 12:20 to 12:30 p.m. approximately, pretty much around that time frame earlier today. And 9339 unit R160 has been slightly derailed off the tracks, possibly due to a track issue. They're still investigating this, so they're trying to put the train back on the rails of that crane they have there. So service is likely to be restored by Thursday morning, hopefully. And F train service has been disrupted severely, and they have the short-term trains at Kings Highway and other stations that they could possibly torch short-term F trains.
Maybe this is a sarcastic effort of uphold F train's title of being the most delayed train ever. So
yes, most delayed train. Yeah. And this is a second derailment prior to the one train that occurred recently this year.
Okay. All right, this has been a very interesting live with Lego MT and myself, a bit of a joint collab project. We don't often do this kind of stuff, but I think it's ironic for me to end my New York trip this way, isn't it?
Yeah.
So talk to you very soon, Lego, and we'll have more videos coming this weekend. And before we finish, might as well giving you all here, we're going to have a collaboration L train action coming up this Saturday on our channel. So until then, we'll see you then. Thanks for your time.
Stay tuned at 9 o'clock a.m.
See ya.
See you guys next time.